Hello there, I'm Mark Griffiths, a client partner at New Leaf Training and Development. And I'm delighted to say I'm joined today by Amanda Brunson, who is the Global HR Business Partner for an organization called Radix, and also an ambassador for the forthcoming HR Florida 2020 Conference and Expo, where I'm pleased to say I will be speaking this year. So Amanda, two questions for you to answer in no more than 4 minutes or so. We do call this Take Five for a reason. Number one, if you could tell us a little bit more about your organization, what you do and who you serve, and what are you learning personally, professionally, and even as an organization during these challenging times that you think would be helpful, hopeful, or even humorous. Over to you. I will then wrap up when you've finished.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate you having me. So as you mentioned, I'm part of a company called Radix. They've been around for about 27 years here in the Central Florida area. Radix designs airline merchandising and distribution platform technology that allows airlines to differentiate their brand. Now, I've been with the organization for about a year and a half. I started as an HR generalist, supporting about 100 global employees. Shortly after joining the company, we were acquired by a company called Sabre based out of Dallas. For those Office fans out there, it's not the same Sabre. But similar to Radix, but on a much larger scale, Sabre is a software and technology company that powers the travel industry as a whole. So not just airlines, hotels, cruises, any type of travel that's out there. Radix does fall into Sabre's product division, which I am now supporting as their HR business partner, as you mentioned as well. Though my primary focus is helping Radix executive leaders run the Radix side of the business. You know, I was thinking a little bit, throughout this whole pandemic about how grateful I am that we were acquired. Because I don't know that Radix on its own would have been able to make it through, supporting, low cost carriers like we do. But now that we're part of a much larger company, we did also have to adhere to some procedures that were cascaded down to us that, maybe we might not have done if we were, by ourselves. One example that comes to mind is when we decided, or when Sabre decided, as a company, they were going to furlough employees. We, as leaders, were told that we weren't allowed to tell our team members who was being furloughed and who was not. They had to wait for an email to come to tell them their status. And that was really hard for me. I've really grown to care for these team members, professionally. And for them to have to wait to find out through written word whether they've been impacted or not, that I can only imagine how emotional that was for them, because it was emotional for me. Even though I knew I was safe, I was in HR, I had to help lead the initiative. But I was talking to my boss about it one day, and she said, no matter how you're feeling on the inside, you really need to stay strong and remain positive. And, that really resonated with me, because my entire team was going through something emotional, and they saw me as a leader of the organization, and they were coming to me because of how they were feeling. So I said, if I react in a sad way or, a negative way, that's how they're going to take that. So I needed to make sure that I was positive and upgoing and uplifting, so that any interactions they had with me, they would feel, on the more positive side, no matter what their outcome was. So I just decided, hey, I need to be helpful. I need to be optimistic. And I really just need to be as strong as I can be. I tried to encourage others to do the same, have a positive outlook. And for anybody that's watching this, I really encourage all of you to do the same thing. And I got to thinking, you're probably wondering, how did I stay positive, right? Through all this time. And I have such a strong support system in HR, my family, my friends. There's so many people that I can just pick up the phone and call, if I need a helping hand or whatever, or somebody to help keep me positive. Or if I just need a quick fix, I cuddle with my cats and then the world is right again. So, I love them. They're sitting outside right now. I can just see them. So that just makes me happy. So that's kind of my story. I'm sure I could talk a lot more about it, but I'm happy to connect with people offline if they want to learn more. So
Awesome. No, that's great. Thank you for sharing. It says that you've been through quite a journey, and obviously a focus on leadership style and emotional intelligence. After what has been a very, very challenging time for everybody. So, if everyone watches back, thank you, Amanda. For your insights, the great work you do at Radix, and how you've managed that situation. And I do hope to see you at the HR Florida conference, whether that's in person or virtual. I think we'll wait and see. But one way or the other, it'd be nice to connect again with you. So everybody else watching, have a great rest of the day and goodbye.
Bye.